Dear subscribers, in today's video we will examine in detail 3 major events that have caused a great resonance worldwide. First of all, we will talk about the suspicious connections of members of the British royal family with sex offender Jeffrey Epstein and newly revealed secret correspondence. In the second part, we will analyze the 2026 Grammy Awards ceremony held in Los Angeles, the winners and noteworthy moments at the ceremony. Finally, in the third part, we will provide detailed information about the mysterious disappearance of the elderly mother of famous television host Savannah Guthrie in the United States and the search operations. Let us now study each event separately and in depth. On the 30th of January, the United States Department of Justice officially released more than 3 million classified documents and materials related to financier Jeffrey Epstein, who was accused and convicted of committing sex crimes. This extensive collection of documents also included personal correspondence between Sarah Ferguson, a former member of the British royal family, and Epstein. Sarah Ferguson, who previously held the title of Duchess of York and is currently 66 years old, exchanged several electronic letters with Epstein in 2010. In these letters, Ferguson expressed opinions about her youngest daughter Eugenie using crude and inappropriate phrases. Specifically, in one of the letters written in March, Epstein asked Ferguson about plans to travel to New York, and in response Ferguson wrote that she was waiting for her daughter to return from a shagging weekend. This is a very rude and vulgar expression in English that refers to sexual relations. The notable aspect is that at that time Eugenie was only 19 years old and only 2 days away from turning 20. She was spending those days relaxing with Jack Brooksbank, who would later become her husband, to celebrate her birthday. More importantly, at the time this letter was written, Epstein had already been accused, convicted and imprisoned for committing a sex crime with a minor, and then released. According to historical records, in June of 2008, Epstein was found guilty of solicitation of prostitution and solicitation of prostitution with a minor under 18 years of age and was sentenced to 18 months in prison. He served his sentence in a minimum security prison, was released in 2009, and then served house arrest. His house arrest sentence ended in August of 2010. When Ferguson's representative was asked for comment, they declined to comment. Buckingham Palace also did not issue any official statement on this matter. Interestingly, Ferguson also proposed marriage to Epstein in other letters. In a letter written in January of 2010, she wrote to Epstein, "You are a legend. I do not have words to describe my gratitude and your generosity. I am at your service. Marry me." In addition, in September of 2009, she also wrote to Epstein, "Marry me." In addition to the correspondence between Ferguson and Epstein in the newly released documents, there were also materials related to Andrew, the former Prince Andrew, who is Eugenie's father. Andrew was also widely criticized for his close relationship with Epstein, and was eventually stripped of his royal titles. The documents also included photographs of Andrew on all fours over an unidentified woman lying on the ground. The collection of documents released by the Department of Justice also includes email exchanges and photographs of Andrew with Epstein. In documents released in December, there were also photographs of Andrew and Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's partner, sitting together inside Sandringham House. Sandringham is one of the late Queen Elizabeth's favorite royal estates. Maxwell is currently serving a 20-year prison sentence. She was found guilty of sex trafficking crimes in 2021. Andrew, for his part, has repeatedly denied any wrongdoing related to his ties to Epstein. Andrew stepped back from his public royal duties in 2019 following a BBC television interview. That interview caused great scandal and criticism. The former royal figure was linked to a woman named Virginia Giuffre, who is one of Epstein's outspoken victims. Giuffre claimed that she was forced to have sex with Andrew when she was only 17 years old. Giuffre committed suicide at the age of 44 in 2025. British Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer later suggested that Andrew testify before Congress in the United States about his ties to Epstein. Starmer told journalists, "In terms of testifying, I have always said anyone who has information should be prepared to share that information. You cannot be victim-centered if you are not prepared to do that. Epstein's victims must be the first priority." 2. Avoid confusion. It should be noted that after news broke in 2010 that Epstein was involved in helping to pay off debts Ferguson owed to staff members, Ferguson issued a public apology in March of 2011, calling this action a terrible, terrible error of judgment, and stating that she abhors pedophilia. However, a month later, she wrote a private letter to Epstein, apologizing for comments she said were made to protect her career and referring to him as a steadfast, generous, and supreme friend. This letter was later revealed years later by The Sun newspaper. Currently, Ferguson and Andrew are expected to be evicted from Royal Lodge, a royal residence. As of the 30th of January, Ferguson is searching for her next home and is expected to go abroad in the coming weeks. After Ferguson and Andrew welcomed 2 daughters, they separated in 1992 and officially divorced in 1996, but remained close and continued to live together at Royal Lodge. Ferguson is the mother of 2 daughters named Beatrice and Eugenie with Andrew. Beatrice is currently 37 years old, and Eugenie is 35 years old. After Andrew was stripped of his royal titles last fall, many asked what Beatrice and Eugenie's surnames would be. Andrew is 65 years old and has become one of the most controversial members of the royal family. Epstein himself died in an apparent suicide while awaiting trial in July of 2019 after being arrested on charges of sex trafficking of minors. There are many doubts and conspiracy theories surrounding his death, but official investigation results concluded it was suicide. On the 1st of February, the 2026 Grammy Awards ceremony was held at the Crypto.com Arena Sports Complex located in Los Angeles. This annual event is considered the largest and most prestigious music awards, with artists gathered from different corners of the world. The ceremony was hosted by Trevor Noah, who was participating as host for the 6th consecutive time. According to an official statement, this was his last time hosting the Grammy Awards ceremony. The event was broadcast live on CBS television, and was also available to watch on the Paramount Plus streaming platform. In this year's nominations, Kendrick Lamar led with 9 nominations. Following him, Lady Gaga and producers Circuit and Jack Antonoff each received 7 nominations. Bad Bunny, Leon Thomas and Sabrina Carpenter received 6 nominations each. Other major nominees included Doechii, Adair, writer-producer Andrew Watt, Tyler and the group Pusha T and Malice. Among the performers at the ceremony were Sabrina Carpenter, Clips, Pharrell Williams and all 8 artists nominated for Best New Artist: Leon Thomas, Addison Rae, Alex Warren, Katseye, Lola Young, Olivia Dean, Somber, and the Marias Group. Bad Bunny's album, Debut Tirar Mas Photos, won the most important award of the year, Album of the Year. When Bad Bunny came on stage, he lost control of his emotions upon feeling his victory and burst into tears. He began his speech with, "Ice out, we are not savages, and dedicated his award to all people who were forced to leave their homeland to follow their dreams. All participants in the audience stood up and showed respect to him with applause. Bad Bunny's speech was particularly significant against the backdrop of the current sharp debates about immigration policy in the United States. ICE stands for Immigration and Customs Enforcement, which deals with deporting illegal immigrants. Bad Bunny's words were received as a call to protect immigrants and recognize their human rights. Record of the Year was won by Kendrick Lamar and SZA with the song Luther. With this award, Kendrick Lamar became the owner of a total of 27 Grammy Awards and broke Jay-Z's record as the rapper with the most awards. This is one of the most important achievements of his career. Kendrick Lamar won a total of 3 major awards that evening. He also won Best Rap Album for his album, GNX. He also won Best Rap Song for the song, TV Off. This was one of the most successful evenings of his professional career. Song of the Year was awarded to Wildflower, a song created by Billie Eilish and her brother Phineas together. When Billie Eilish spoke from the stage, she defended immigrants and made a strong statement that no one is illegal on stolen land. These words provoked a strong reaction from those in the hall. Billie Eilish's statement refers to the theft of lands belonging to Native American tribes by European colonizers. In her opinion, if American lands themselves were stolen, it is illogical to call immigrants living on these lands illegal. This idea reflects progressive political views and humanitarian ideas. Best New Artist was awarded to Olivia Dean. When she came on stage, she gave in to her emotions and burst into tears. In her speech, she emphasized, "I am standing here as the granddaughter of an immigrant," and said that this award was the most important moment in her life. Olivia Dean is a black performer from Great Britain, whose family is originally from Jamaica. Among other important awards, Lady Gaga's Mayhem album won Best Pop Vocal Album. Lady Gaga also won Best Dance Pop Recording for the song, Abracadabra. This was the next important achievement of her musical career. Jelly Roll's album, Beautifully Broken, won Best Contemporary Country Album. When Jelly Roll came on stage, he addressed his wife Bunny Zoe and said in tears, "If it were not for you, I would have killed myself." He won a total of 3 Grammy Awards and in his speeches called himself a dumb redneck, and said that he feels disconnected from politics. Jelly Roll also won Best Country Duo or Group Performance for the song, Amen, performed with Shaboozey. His third award was Best Contemporary Christian Music Performance or Song, which he received for the song, Hard Fought Hallelujah. Doechii won Best Music Video with the video for Anxiety. This was her first Grammy Award and she was very happy. The Anxiety video is known for its creative approach and visual aesthetics. Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande won Best Pop Duo or Group Performance for the song, Defying Gravity. This award was especially important for the two stars because they had not been nominated for an Oscar for their roles in the Wicked film. The Grammy Award was another way to recognize their talent. Leon Thomas won Best R&B Album with his album, Mutt. He also won Best Traditional R&B Performance for the song, Vibes Don't Lie. After winning his first Grammy Awards, in a special interview he said that the songs written together with his Victorious Series co-star Ariana Grande were his favorite writing experiences. Lola Young won Best Pop Solo Performance for the song, Messy. When she won her first Grammy Award, she used a profanity on stage and said, "I am very grateful." This award was especially significant for her after she collapsed on stage 4 months earlier. In addition to Album of the Year, Bad Bunny also won Best Musica Urbana Album. Also, His song, EOO, won Best Global Music Performance. This brought him a total of 3 Grammy Awards. J Balvin congratulated him ahead of the Super Bowl halftime show and applauded him. There were also several interesting and unusual moments at the ceremony. For example, legendary singer Cher became confused when she came on stage and was about to announce the wrong winner. She came on stage to present the Record of the Year award, but had difficulty opening the envelope and eventually left the stage early. This moment was widely discussed on social media. Tyler also achieved significant success at the 2026 Grammy Awards. His album, Chromacopia, won Best Album Cover. This award recognizes achievements in album design and visual art. In the country music field, Tyler Childers' song, Bitten List, won Best Country Song. Zach Top's album, Ain't In It For My Health, won Best Traditional Country Album. In the rock music category, 9 Inch Nails' song, As Alive, As You Need Me To Be, won Best Rock Song. Turnstile's album, Never Enough, won Best Rock Album. The Cure's song, Alone, won Best Alternative Music Performance, and their album, Songs of a Lost World, won Best Alternative Music Album. Several important awards were also presented in the Latin music field. Natalia Lafourcade's album, Cancionera, won Best Latin Pop Album. CA7RIEL and Paco Amoroso's album, PAPOTA, won Best Latin Rock or Alternative Album. Karine Leon's album, Palabra de Tus, Seca, won Best Música Mexicana Album. In the global music category, Caetano Veloso and Maria Bethania's album, Caetano e Bethania ao Vivo, won Best Global Music Album. Tyler's song, Push to Start, won Best African Music Performance. In the comedy category, Nate Bargatze's album, Your Friend, Nate Bargatze, won Best Comedy Album. Trevor Noah was nominated for Best Audiobook with the audiobook, Into the Uncut Grass, but the award went to the Dalai Lama's book, Meditations. In the film and television music categories, the film, Sinners, won Best Compilation Soundtrack for Visual Media. Ludwig Göransson's music for the film, Sinners, won Best Score Soundtrack for Visual Media. In the video game music category, Austin Wintory's music for the game, Sword of the Sea, won Best Score Soundtrack for Video Games and Other Interactive Media. In the category of songs written for visual media, the song, Golden, from the film, K-pop Demon Hunters, won Best Song Written for Visual Media. In the music films category, Buena Vista Social Club, won Best Musical Theatre Album. The film, Piece by Piece, a documentary about Pharrell Williams' life, was nominated for Best Music Film, but the award went to the film, Music by John Williams. Awards were presented in hundreds of nominations and dozens of categories in total. The ceremony lasted more than 4 hours and was watched by millions of viewers from different corners of the world. This was one of the most memorable evenings in Grammy Awards history. The Pima County Sheriff's Department, located in the state of Arizona in the United States, announced on Sunday, the 1st of February, that it had launched an urgent operation to search for the elderly mother of famous television host Savannah Guthrie. 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie mysteriously disappeared after leaving her home in the Catalina Foothills area in the northern part of Tucson on Saturday evening, the 31st of January, at approximately 9:30 local time. Her home is located near East Skyline Drive and North Campbell Avenue. Family members called the 911 emergency number on the 1st of February at lunchtime and reported Nancy's disappearance. They said they had not been able to find her since morning and were very worried. The Pima County Sheriff's Department classifies Nancy as a vulnerable adult. This classification means that she has special needs and is in need of urgent assistance. She is a woman with brown hair and blue eyes, 165 centimeters tall, weighing approximately 68 kilograms. It is currently unknown what clothes she was wearing when she disappeared, which complicates the search efforts. At a press conference held on Sunday, Sheriff Chris Nanos announced that a search and rescue operation was underway, and that the scene near Nancy's home was alarming. When family members called the 911 number and emergency services personnel arrived at the scene, they said they were alarmed by the evidence found in the house. Nanos stated, "We receive such calls quite often and we do a good job of searching the area. But this situation stood out because what was described to us and what we found and saw at the scene was unusual." He did not provide additional details, but emphasized the seriousness of the situation. The sheriff provided additional information, saying that the mother of the Today Show's main host was assessed as being in poor health and may have spent the entire night in cold weather conditions. It is known that in the state of Arizona, during winter days, the temperature drops significantly at night, and this is very dangerous for elderly people. Nanos clarified. She has no cognitive problems, only some physical ailments that limit her ability to move. This information is important because many missing elderly people usually go missing in connection with memory loss or other mental problems. But Nancy Guthrie's situation is different from this. She is mentally healthy but physically weak. In order to find Nancy, official agencies launched a large-scale search operation. Aircraft, drones, helicopters and specially trained search dogs obtained from the Border Patrol Service are participating in the search efforts. This is an approach that encompasses all modern search technologies. Aircraft are monitoring large areas from above, while drones are checking more difficult and steep terrain. Helicopters are equipped with thermal cameras that can detect human heat traces. Specially trained search dogs are trying to track scents and determine Nancy's last direction of movement. The possibility that a crime has been committed is also not ruled out. Despite the uncertainty, detectives investigating homicide crimes have also been involved in the investigation, although no body has been found yet. Sheriff Nanos stated, "I hope to find her safe and sound, but we cannot ignore the evidence before us." This statement shows the seriousness of the situation. The Today television show issued a statement saying, "We confirm that this is a missing persons case and the family is working closely with local law enforcement agencies. If anyone has any information, please call the Pima County Sheriff's Department at 520-351-490. The family is grateful for the outreach, thoughts and prayers." Savannah Guthrie is 54 years old and is considered one of the most famous and respected hosts of the Today Show. She has worked in journalism for over 30 years and is well loved by the American people. In November of 2025, she brought her mother to a special episode of the Today Show traveling to her hometown, and Nancy participated as a guest at that time. In 2023, Savannah spoke about her mother in a special segment on the Today Show called Lessons Learned from Moms. She said that her mother was one of the most important influences in her life and that she had learned many things from her. Savannah emphasized that she was grateful for the support and life advice her mother had given her. Currently, Savannah Guthrie has not made any public statement about her mother's disappearance and has not written anything on social media. This shows the family's desire to experience this personal tragedy in private. Her colleagues and friends are expressing sympathy for the family on social media and hope that her mother will be found soon. When representatives of the Pima County Sheriff's Department were asked for additional information. They decline to comment in detail for now and only emphasize that the investigation is ongoing and any assistance from the public is very important. They called on all residents in the area to be vigilant and to immediately notify the sheriff's department if they see a woman resembling Nancy. Experts note that elderly people with poor health staying outdoors for long periods in cold weather conditions can be very dangerous. In the state of Arizona, winter nights can have temperatures around 8 to 10 degrees Celsius, which can create a life-threatening situation for a person with serious illness. Hypothermia, or extreme cooling of the body, can lead to death within a few hours. Also, since Nancy is suffering from various physical illnesses, she may have fallen or been injured in some other way. In such a case, she may not be able to call for help and may have lost her ability to move. Local residents are also joining the search efforts, with volunteer groups being organized according to reports. Nancy's photographs and details have been widely distributed on social media, and people are being urged to be vigilant and immediately notify official agencies if they see anything. Hundreds of volunteers organized pedestrian search groups in the Catalina foothills area. They are going from house to house, talking with residents, and checking every corner. Some volunteers are driving around the area in their cars, conducting searches along the roads. Search efforts are still ongoing and new information is expected every hour. Family members and friends have not lost hope and believe that Nancy will be found safe and sound soon. The sheriff's department emphasized that search efforts are continuing day and night and all available resources are being used. Unfortunately, such cases are not rare in the United States. Thousands of elderly people go missing every year and most of them are found within a few days, but unfortunately, some are found deceased or are never found at all. Therefore, acting quickly and organizing large-scale search operations is very important. Official agencies are asking the public if they see an elderly woman with brown hair, blue eyes, 165 centimeters tall and weighing 68 kilograms, to immediately notify the sheriff's department. Any small piece of information could help find Nancy.